beat.
Slippery. Fish scales got toxicity. They strong enough to give protection from the enemy. No resistance, less friction. Believe me, believe me. Fish scales have rings. Their ages seem the same as trees. Four main types: stenoid, cyclic, ganoid. Sharks are sporting placoid. Don't be annoyed if you wish you knew them. Asteroid. Fish scales regenerate like muscles on steroids. Sharks keep the same, two scales with sharp points. Looks like Gusberg scales with multiple points. Make fish scales look soft like toys. Make like sharp like teeth. Sharp like teeth, go and eat some koi's. Fish have scales, they lose them and replace. Fish have scales, not for weighing, not fish scales. They don't hold fish back, no resistance, not like sails. Stenoid scales, rough like trying to open up mail. Cycloid is smooth, it feels more like a groove. It usually associates with soft fin rays. Stenoid has the hard ridges on the back. Run your finger down the lateral line track. Stenoid will catch on your finger when you feel that. Slippery. Fish scales got toxicity. They strong enough to give protection from the enemy. No resistance, less friction, believe me. Fish scales have rings, their ages seem the same as trees. Sharks don't regenerate their scales, fish grow back theirs. Same system as mammals, tooth and hair. Sharks have to hope their scales don't fail. The scales have coloration, different size and shape and creations. The scales had to be changed up since the ancients. They could barely swim for a long duration. The scales weighed too much upon first creation. Most fish were so heavy they stayed towards the foundation. It was hard to eat, some died of starvation. Fish scales these days have different formations. The fish have different fins on them. They need different structures to control water. There's different structures they've conjured, created, and conquered. They started with barely any types. They made their types of fins broader. Medium fins are found in the middle, the two on top, bottom, the anal and dorsal. The adipose is like the dorsal with some morphing. Instead of rays, it contains epidermis. Don't be tricked though, the adipose is just like a fleshy dorsal. All it's used for is to stabilize them more. It's rare, but it's not just for show. The paired fins act just like limbs. The fins are on both sides of the fish. The two types are pectoral and pelvic. On most fish, these fins are not amiss. The fish have different fins on them. They need different structures to control water. There's different structures they've conjured, created, and conquered. They started with barely any types. They made their types of fins broader. The fins weren't on the original fish mold. They were developed in days of old. The theory is that fins were created from folds. The folds were located in the same place persistently in the ancestrals. There's two shapes of fins that are caudal. Those shapes are homo and heterocircle. The homo circle is of uniform like a half circle. Heterocircle, the top part is longer like a sickle. The same length and not the same, the difference is so simple.